What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Stitch with me. Look, I got two pairs of glasses on my head. Today we're going to work on Dachshund. I worked on this a fair bit last night and got probably 150, 200 stitches done or so, and I felt like I needed to make more progress. And what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to take it out of the hoop. I'm going to grid down a little further and actually try and grid all the way down to the bottom corner of this piece. I think that would just be like a mental for me, just to kind of help me out. But there's a lot of stitching that can be done with very few colors down here, so I feel like I can make a lot of progress on it, and that's kind of what I want to do right now. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I hope you enjoy this and get something out of it, or at the very least just be mildly entertained. And so anyway, so let's get going. Which pair of glasses will I pull out? Oh, the other ones are kind of holding my hair up a little bit. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. No frame today. The frame's going to sit over there. I put Reaper back on the frame so I can get some stuff done on it. But I did that last night after the video, and I'm going to work on that later, but we're going to just kind of hold off on that for a bit. I really want those end bars to come in, but I know that could take another couple months basically with the backlog right now, so it's all good, dudes. It's all good. What is up, Marina? How you doing? How is life on the other side of the ocean? Oh, let's grid here a little bit. Well, hello, Sharon. Hello from work again. All right, I'm just gonna work on this bottom corner of Dachshund. I haven't stitched all the way down to it, but I really want to get it. I really want to get some stitching done all the way in the bottom corner. So we're gonna just grid this baby up here, and I don't have too much more to go, but it looks like about 25 more stitches, which I may have just done that too long, but we're gonna see. Oh no! A bad stormy wind knocked your gate away. That is not cool. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go there. We will gladly take some of your storm. We haven't hardly had anything. Well, at least in my little area, we haven't hardly had anything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is the bottom of the piece. Right there. That is the bottom corner. Yay! So we're gonna, did I bring my blue? Did I bring my really good looking blue? Probably didn't. That's okay, I can work on other colors, but I didn't bring my really pretty blue one. That's okay. What's up, Becca? Your winds are 80 miles per hour? Gee whiz, that's like a hurricane. Sacramental. Do you guys call it sacramental? I don't know why that came out of my mouth. Try not to have asthma attack from the smoky air. Oh, dude. You guys got fires out there too? We've got fires here in Colorado as well, so it's been pretty bad. Pretty bad. But this morning I woke up decidedly cooler, which it's still supposed to be 90 degrees today. We'll see what happens, but we had a nice front move in yesterday. We didn't get any rain, but there was some rain that went north of us, and it dropped the temperature a good 15 degrees in about an hour. It was awesome. So this morning we woke up and it was nice and chill, so I was able to put on my little overshirt that I love so much. Yeah. Many fires? Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That stinks. It's out here, I think we have 4 or 5 in the mountains. I haven't seen like where they're at, but we haven't been getting a tremendous amount of rain. So let's look at current fires in Colorado. it show me on this? No, that's not the right map. Fireweatheravalanche.org. Many fires. Oh, man. If it's not California, it's Colorado that seems to be on fire. It's always the West. So we don't get near enough stuff. Okay, that's just not going to help me out. Well, let's see if this will have a map. Nearly a fourth of our state is in an extreme drought. We have a 30-day statewide fire ban. Our biggest fire right now is 125,000 acres. So yeah, the worst of it is over on the west side. You can't really see the map very well, but yeah, bad time of year, and without rain, we are very susceptible. We've had some really bad ones in prior years, so hopefully people are a little bit smarter this year. The worst fire we've had in probably the last 15-20 years was started by an actual park ranger of some kind who was burning a letter from an ex-boyfriend or something. It was really stupid, and she went up and did it in this area up in like sort of just the beginnings of the mountains, and she went up there and burned it, and she burned it in a like a fire pit kind of thing, but it was windy and it was super dry, and so the ashes kind of flew, and then it just, and the amount of damage, the tens of thousands of acres that were damaged from that fire, even now, like 10 years later, you can still go up there and it just looks scary and horrible. Needlebug, what's up? So, what's up, Daffy? I got you, Marina. Destroys your windows, but at least your houses stay in. That's good. That's good. What is up, Needlebug? Needlebug, how did your interview go? I missed it. On Fiber Talk, how did that go? How did you do? How'd you feel? What's up, X-Ray? Hey, Val. One of your bosses had to evacuate in Sacramento? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Man, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. Hey, Carly. Hello, hello. Hey, Kim. Hello, Nella. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, guys, good to see you all. Good to see you all. Working on some Dachshund today. I gridded down to the bottom left corner of the piece just because I could, and I wanted to, and then I did. So you know how it goes. So now I'm just trying to figure out how much stitching I can do as we stitch away. There's a lot we can do. So I'm going to grab some of this navy blue. Navy blue! If it's not a hurricane, it's fires. It's got to be something. Oh, cool. Can you share the link with us here, Needlebug, for your interview? That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Where on earth did I put my needle? I thought I brought one with me. Put my double glasses up. Look for my needle. I had one. I swear I had one. It's probably on the floor. Probably on the floor. Got seeds on the floor. I just picked one. Where? Oh, here's some. There we go. Ah, if I could pick it up. Do I have any in here? I brought up some stuff downstairs. think we're good. I think we're good. My ear feels all, ah, man. The derecho? Oh, yeah. First of all, like, where's this term derecho been my entire life? I've never even heard of it. And yeah, totally saw the damage there. I follow a couple of YouTubers that are in Florida, that are in Iowa, and that have that are farmers, and seen their local the bins and how it's ridiculous. Hey Pam, um, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, Unbelievable. Oh goodness. Oh man, I gotta put this light down. It's in my eyeballs. Turn this so I can see this a little better. Ah, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, cool. Thanks for the share, Needlebug. Let me click on it here. Awesome. Hour and a half. Gee whiz. Cool. I'm gonna leave it on there, and I'll come back and watch that a little bit later. Where's my stuff? There's my stuff. Oh man, you don't have AC? Major heat wave with you having no AC. It's been a struggle. Oh, great. Oh man, sorry about that, Kim. That stinks. Oh man, I have never heard of it either. They had a massive flood in 2008 and they still not recovered very well. Oh man, I gotta tell you, it is like I I don't even know how. Are they farmers or they just is that just where they live? I don't even know how you're expected to be able to like grow a business in that area. It's just crazy. It's absolutely I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It's always it seems like it's always something, right? All right, let me get this out here. Needle, 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 needle. Needle, 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 needle. It is mad all over the world. The weather is nuts. And it is only going to get more more nuts as I'm like, more nuts, because I can't talk. Cedar Rapids. Yeah, Cedar Rapids. Now, is that right off of the Mississippi? Because I want to say that's on the east side, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I've not really been through much of Iowa. A little bit, I think, at one point, but that's a little further north in the Midwest than I've really been. I've been to South Dakota, but I've not been east or yeah, east of Nebraska in that area. Doody 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 doo. Doody doo. Doody doo. And this is the only time I sing the song is when I stream. Da da da. Sorry guys. Oh man, you're almost all packed and then that oh, that's crazy, dudes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Get out of there, seed. Ah, snag. See, it's so funny how I don't snag when I use the roller frame. I put Reaper back on the roller frame. I'm going to work on that a little bit later. Um, I just got it on right last night, right before I went to bed. Tell you what, I just could not get the hang of stitching Randy Waterloo place in the frame, and so I'm going to go back to hooping it up. Hey, Winian, absolutely nice. Welcome. And I actually started streaming a little earlier today too. We're definitely it's on the east side, Cedar Rapids, on the east side, but about a quarter into the state, which is a couple hours from Mississippi. Oh man. Purple Sharon will be here shortly. Cool, that's what's happening. Anybody doing anything new as far as stitching? Any new projects? Any new things? Or finish anything? Or make some good progress on anything this week? Since Sunday? I'm feeling a bit of a rejuvenation in terms of stitching. I think us, we ended up having a big old housing holdup ourselves. So we, with all the craziness of trying to rush and get stuff done before too far into the year, we thought we were going to move to a place with a bit more land, and it would have been really cool, been a great time. But we kind of can't do that. And how I forgot that we can't do that just yet is, well, it's a testament to just the fact that I've got too much going on at times. So the good news is the house is clean. We're prepared to do a variety of projects over the next 6 to 8 months, but not have to rush it. And now I get to refocus all my attention back on cross-stitching, which is awesome. So I am super happy about that. So I've been getting a lot more stitching done as of late. You got a floss tube up. X-ray, that's awesome. That is so cool. You made some progress on your NHS piece. That is awesome, Marina. What's up, Belly Belly? Becca bought more patterns early this morning. Nala has the zoomies at the end of your bed. She's excited for the stream too. You started Pieta from Cross Stitch Collectibles. Oh, that's cool. Let me take a peek at that. Since it's Cross Stitch Collectibles, you know how I like me some Cross Stitch Collectibles. Is it Pieta or Pieta? Ooh. I did not know that they did this. Is this a new one? Come on. Is it that one? Wow. That is cool. Yeah, I got to put you on the floss tube list too there, X-Ray. X-Ray X Stitcher on YouTube. Yes, please link. Please link. How big is this project? 14 count, 12 by 16. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Very cool. That's not as big as a lot of their stuff. That's very cool. Awesome. What is up, Wild? Wildstorm is here. Hello, hello. Sharon says, got a small piece of 20 count to try out and see if I like it. Do all your heids on 18 count, but have some bigger ones in your stash. If I like the 20 count, I may do them on that. Oh, that's cool. You know, I haven't heard of too many people using 20 count. That's very interesting. Usually I see people jump from they go from 14 to 18 to either 22 or 25. So that's pretty cool. That'll be interesting. There's the link for X-Ray. I'm going to click on it because I need... Yay! That is cool the way you did your logo there. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, it's a skull. I just realized that. That is awesome, dude. Oh, that's so cool. Very cool. Gotta move this one. No, I'll tell you what. I'm trying to see all of my... There we go. A little bit. Bought that works of Jane Austen from Etsy that someone commented from 2 weeks ago. I think I haven't done much since doing half in one row. Hadn't been in the mood since too hot, smoky air. I understand. Aw, Nala knows my voice. That's cool, Kim. That's cool. Becca says, I tried 28 count even weave and I didn't like it. I definitely, I want to say, what did I do? Man, what did I do? I can only do it in parts. I can only do it in bits. You have a friend who is a graphic artist and put it together. That's awesome. I think it's a really great logo. It's absolutely fantastic and unique, and it fits you. You tried 25, you weren't a fan, discovered that after you bought 2 big pieces. Lesson learned. I get you. I get you. Cool, cool, cool. All right, get some stitch on. I haven't done very much stitching with Pattern Keeper as of late. I need to get back on that. Oh, interesting. Garth must have done Jane Austen. There are a few spots on the pattern that can only assume are incorrect, specifically on the border, where that should be symmetrical, but it is not symmetrical. Interesting. Hmm. La di da di da di da di da. La di da. La di da. And one more. Oh, so I was for those of you I can't, and I always forget who recommends which books, but I actually finally finished book 1 of Hounded. I went back to it because I'm being forced to wait until next week to do the next Last Apprentice book. And so I did I finished the Iron Druid Chronicles Hounded book 1. I finished that, and when I picked it back up and I started listening to it again, definitely liked it a lot more than I liked it when I was first listening to it. I think it's because the action kind of picked up. And then I started listening to book 2 last night, so still making some progress with that. Winnian says, I use 28 count even weave like a 14 count. I tried 1/1 on 28 count. Am not a fan. I got you. You know, it's interesting how it works for some and doesn't work for others, and some people like it and some people don't. I don't, you know, you really just don't know until you try. Beck says, yeah, not helpful when there are no real instructions and the owner doesn't reply back. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to go back and see if I got my signing of the Constitution properly redone. I keep thinking about that. If Maine shows up, I know Maine told me last time, I think she said she had gotten hers. I should have gotten mine. I'm just not sure if I found, if I've seen the email, which I need to go back and look. La-di-da. Oh, cool, 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 cool. So I have been working on my designs and things like that for if you guys have missed the last, I think if you missed just the last stream and you haven't watched this week's floss tube, I am actually looking at doing my own designs. There's a lot of different things I'm thinking about. Of course, I like full coverage. I'm not going to do everything in full coverage, but we're going to do some. I mean, I really do love the old vintage stuff. So stuff that I haven't seen around anybody else do. I'm also going to do take some patience and from work and kind of do hopefully some good, cute little puppy and kitten photos and stuff. Because man, do I have a bunch of those. Um, but not make them so that it's like full coverage, kind of highlight it so that it's just the animal. And that way you can use whatever fabric around it that you want to. And so I'm working on that technique, trying to hone it, make it look the best across the board. And then and then the actual creative side where you're sort of modifying photos or using text or things like that. Boy, I have really snagged this thing up. Um, that will be sort of like the next phase of figuring out how to do it all. Okay, I didn't really, okay, there's this, that is a big snag, man. That was a monster snag right there. Ah, monster snag. Come here, monster snag. No. Can I pull it through and work on it? Here we go. Gotta work through it. Gotta work it on the back side here. This might not be unsnaggable. Desnaggable. Ah. No, I'm gonna be damaging the fabric, I'm gonna be damaging the floss if I keep doing that. Bump, bump. That's what I get for using too long a piece of floss. Nally uses your floss as chew toys. Just be mindful. You know that. They tend to want to swallow that stuff and then it gets caught. What is the difference between the red and the blue glasses? No difference. Just I always have a spare pair on my head just in case I forget where I put down the other one. It's called I have probably a dozen pairs of glasses around the house, but I really only know where like 3 are right now. I don't think there's a difference. I'm just using the top pair honestly just to kind of hold my hair up a little bit today. Oh. Oh no, I have a Labrador that chewed up the main color in a piece I was working on. He didn't swallow it, thank God, but a brand new skein of DMC doesn't stitch well covered in dog spit. No, it doesn't. What's up, kitty? Kitty cosplay? Chiqueezy kitty. Oh, that's awesome, X-Ray. Excited about my designs. I think old photos of random people would be cool. Also, old anatomy photos or pictures would be fun to stitch. I've been looking at those, trying to get the design. It's hard to get the clarity or the resolution to come through without it being like huge. So I'm trying to do some resizing and some enhancement, things like that. But it takes a little bit of time to figure out how to do that stuff. But I had a suggestion. I had an email from a gentleman, a lovely man who I think he's newer to cross stitch, or maybe he's been stitching for a while, but he's just started his first full coverage cross stitch, and it's a huge piece from Haid. And he's an Army veteran, and he does cross stitching to kind of help with PTSD. And he recommended that I do some World War II ones, and so I was out looking at photos this morning, and there are definitely some old photos of of that time. It's just trying to get it to look as good as possible so that it translates over to a pattern. It's a little bit difficult, but you can get through it. You can totally get through it. Becca finally bought Pandemic, gonna join the crowd. There's so many people doing Pandemic. Good for those guys. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah, what's up, Maya? Hello, hello. I've pulled out a couple of photos of like some old planes, and I'd love to do a series of like old, like the Mustangs, the P-51 Mustang, and the B-17, and some other things like that that were from that era. Hey, Nanette, and but again, like not do full coverage with that, but do it so that because I think it's one of those things where you could put it on a bunch of different fabric colors and it would look completely different and pretty amazing regardless of how you did it. So it's still a work in progress, and I'm working away at it, but I definitely want to get some stuff up and running here pretty soon. I'm giving myself a little bit of a deadline because I have a 5-day weekend coming up. Taking a little extra time on Labor Day, and because I'm going to do, oh, sorry, stretch. Because I'm going to do physical products and digital downloads, I'd love to launch it right around that time so that my husband and I can get into a system of how to do the physical product shipping and things like that. And because I'm really bad at shipping things. You guys know, if you guys have been around my floss tube, I'm like really bad, but I don't know if he can hear me, but he said he would help with that, and he's definitely the one who will get all that done. So hopefully I can get to a point where that's going to be a reality in honestly, even just a few weeks. And so I'm really hoping I think it's like a natural evolution of like the next phase of my cross stitch obsession. But man, do I want to finish some of these projects. Honestly, I just want to work on this stuff all the time. Cross stitch 24/7. That's what I really want to do. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You have great pictures of a B-17. Are they pictures that you took, or are they pictures that, yeah, the Flying Fortress, I honestly like, I think that's got to be my favorite aircraft of all time. You finally finished that 30-year-old whip you were working on? Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Congratulations. Oh, that's got to feel pretty dang good. That's got to feel pretty dang good. Some closure there, right? What are you going to work on next? That's awesome. That's so cool. Let's get this part done here. That is amazing. 30-year-old whip. Unbelievable. Do, do, do. Boo-da-boo-da-boo, boo, boo. That is amazing. Oh, amazing. Yeah, that's right. Talk about dedication. That is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. You're now working on Blessed Bee by Brenda Gervais. The finish turned out so pretty you can't believe you kept shunning it aside for so long. You know, when you're ready to finish, you're ready to finish. You know? And hopefully that provided some more inspiration to keep on stitching. Alright. Since you said that, let me pull this up because I haven't heard of this one either. Blessed Bee. Nanette, would you be willing to share a couple of those pictures with me, like really good B17s? Because I could make, I could totally make a pattern out of it if you've got some really good ones that show like the whole ship, plane. Oh, and that would be cool because there's not a lot of great ones with great detail. Brenda Gervais. And of course, if I made one out of it, I would absolutely give you one. And so if you want to stitch it up as a cross stitch, if there's, I should say this, if there's one that you want to do as a cross stitch, and you're willing to, I mean, you don't have to, but if you're willing to share, then just reach out to me. Just go on my contact form on my website, stitchingjewels.com, and it'd be cool. All right, why can I not find this? Oh, there it is. Blessed Bee. Oh, okay. I don't have a great photo. Well, that actually looks better than it does on my phone. That's so cool. And those are flowers, and then the honey hives with the bee down there. That is really cool. I love it. This is on 123stitch.com. Does she have an Etsy store? Uh-oh, this item is temporarily unavailable. But she has more. Cool. You forgot how much you love stitching flowers? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, cats a lot of times will do that. They will play with their food before they eat it. It's sort of a instinctual thing. It's the same thing like if you go back to how they when they hunt, and so some of them are they do play with their food. It's almost like they need to see it moving before they eat it. Like it's a older cat thing, not ancient cat thing, but just sort of an instinctual cat thing. So you got it from 123. Okay. That one kind of reminds me a little bit of my queen bee that I did. Gosh, and I can't remember who I did that from. Mike, and that, man, okay. It is hot here. I should probably take my overshirt off. I'm getting a little warm in here. The weather is warming up, and I really confined myself, so I don't know if I can get my. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Gotta get out of my straitjacket here. One of your labs picks his bowl up and carries it around until he finds where he wants to eat. Does he like to be private? He's like, I just want to go over here and eat. That's sort of like me when whenever we sit down to eat dinner, like I'm like, I don't want to talk. I want to read. I always want to read when I eat, and so that's when I catch up on my news or read about sports or something. And but I have to read while I eat. I can't talk while I eat unless I'm in a social setting. Let me try to find cross stitch pattern, the queen bee that I did. Oh wow, that's pretty. Cross Stitch Studio. I didn't do this one, but that one looks really pretty. This is from Cross Stitch Studio. That's awesome. That's really pretty. Um, but I mean, pattern images, because I did this one, and I think this one is really gorgeous. There's one on Etsy that's that very realistic looking bee. I think that one is gorgeous. Where is the one that I did? Because I can't remember who I got it from. But I would say that it is the most fun I've ever had stitching a project. There it is. God Save the Queen. Annie B's. Annie B's Folk Art. So I don't know why I love this pattern so much. I don't know if it was because of how symmetrical it was, the colors that I used, the fabric that I used. I don't know what it was, but this was the most enjoyment I ever had out of doing a project. And unfortunately, I've looked at her other works, and there's nothing else that I really want to stitch from her, but I really enjoyed it a lot. So, we've got your back. That's funny. All right. All right, cool. I like that. Home is where the Wi-Fi is. That is true. All right, I gotta stop. I gotta stitch. I gotta stop messing around. He usually ends up dead center of the entry into the kitchen. That's funny. He's like, I want to be where everybody's at. He's a social leader, is he? Perhaps. Perhaps he is. Let's see, where am I? I should highlight. Actually, you know what? Let me do it with blue so I can see what I'm doing today. So yesterday, I highlighted what I did in, last night I highlighted what I did with orange. And today, I'm going to highlight what I do in blue. There we go, there we go, there we go. Now I'll remove her water dish around until there is clean water in it and it's ceramic. Cat. My Chihuahua only eats on the side, same with water. Like, wait, how does that work, Becca? Like, only eats on the side? What does that mean? I'm confused. So thankfully, it's now been probably at least a month since Jelly had her episode where my dog Jelly, that scared the crap out of us, where she looked like she was dying and super pale and all this other stuff. It's been a little bit of time. She's been doing fine for the most part. She does seem a little bit more subdued. I never really worked her up to find out what was going on. I assumed, you know, knowing what I know, it's either going to be okay or it's going to be bad, and I'm just going to take it day by day. And she's still hanging in there. She's, you know, it's kind of weird, but that's just kind of how the dogs are. They'll go through these horrible, they'll have a horrible thing happen to them, like Topher with his stroke. And Topher with his stroke, he's honest to God, like, other than having a persistent limp with one of his legs, he's totally fine. And it's been several months since that happened, and he's doing amazing. And I'm astounded. Totally astounded. Oh, man. Seriously, I gotta do 500 push-ups and sit-ups? Well, I can't do them where I'm at. But I tell you what, let's I will totally do it. I will because I'm strong. And so, all right. I gotta make myself a note. Push-ups, sit-ups, 500. Can I do crunches? Actually, I can do real sit-ups, and so just can't really do them on stream. I have no space. I have no space. What is up, Maris? We're all doing pretty good. Some of us have fires. Some of us have bad weather. Some of us have crazy animals. Some of us, like me, have a hockey team that is driving me crazy. Although I gotta say, I haven't watched a whole lot of hockey. I've been focused on so many other things. Although I did watch about half of the game last night for the Blues. The Blues and the Canucks. And I went to bed at the end of the second period. And yeah, they lost. They lost. And oh well. But at some point I'll start watching. I think I'll start watching a bit more this next round. I'm getting into it. It takes a while to get warmed back up to sports again. Oh, seriously? Make it 1,000? Okay. Thanks, Marina. Let me write this down. All right, my goal will be to get them all done before Sunday stream. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys for sure. Oh, Lordy. Oh, man. I'm happy you caught my stream, too, Marcis. It's Marcis, not Maris. Or, no, Mars. Mars is the one? Mars? As I try and read. Reading is hard sometimes when I don't have my glasses. Val says, I had a tree guy show up at 7:30 this morning to take down a really old, beautiful walnut tree that was damaged in the storm that blew through recently. Oh, you're really sad to see it go. That stinks. That stinks. It's a bummer. Kim says, Nella will meow at me until I take out her food container to fill her food dish because there is a spot of it showing even though there's still plenty of food in it. Yes. That's how Mercury is too. Mercury will come and get you, and then he'll he talks to you and lets you know that, you know, food dish is it's getting a little low. Mara says, I have 3 crazy animals. I understand completely. I'm hoping the Detroit Tigers do better this year. Yeah, absolutely. Baseball. Baseball. And this one. Baseball. It's so hard to watch it on TV. So hard to watch baseball on TV. Unless I'm keeping score. So if I'm keeping track of the score and everything, then, you know, batter by batter, pitch by pitch. But I haven't done that in quite a while. She did it at 2:30 a.m. today. Yep. Yeah, our cat always gets my husband up no later than about 4. Because he's like, I must eat. I must eat. Mars, what project am I hoping to finish this year? Any project I'm hoping to finish. I don't think Dachshund's going to get a finish. I honestly, you know, with the way Reaper has suddenly picked up, could Reaper get finished? Possibly. I would shoot for Reaper in Rainy Waterloo Place. And then I'd like to get at least a third of Dachshund done. I'd like to be able to get like a good chunk. Where did I pulled it down for the video yesterday. Where did I do it? I pulled it down and then I've lost it. Or is it right here? Nope, that's not it. What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. But oh, my neck. But that's kind of yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Reaper is going to get pretty close. with it being on the roller frame now, progress is ridiculously faster than it was. So yeah, so then, yeah, anything, honestly. I just want to get something done before the end of the year. Um, Hey Maya, is that a Heather Galler piece? So bummed they don't sell her patterns anymore. You know, I'm not sure. This is Gecko Rouge UK. Where does Heather? Wait, where was that? Heather Galler piece. Who doesn't sell her patterns anymore? Was it Haid? But no, this is Gecko Rouge. Oh, it is Heather Galler. I just noticed it says that. It says it right there, Heather Galler. And so I didn't realize that was the person that did it. So yeah. Hey Rebecca, I am well, thank you very much. I am well. I'm well and I'm stitching. So I'm doubly well. I'm welly welly. Dog is up all the time like she does. Sleep deeply, make a small movement, and boom, she's up. One time she slept deeply. Oh, the only time she sleeps deeply is when your mom's big dogs tire her out. Ha. Ooh, that's a pretty name. Hello, hello, Lumiana. Lumiana, I'm glad you caught my stream too. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the gang. We got a nice gang here that we all hang out with. We're all just chilling out. What are you stitching? What are you guys stitching? So we went through the roll call a little bit earlier on when everybody was stitching. So, well, now that you got my curiosity peak, let me find Heather Galler cross stitch and see, because yeah, they took it off of her site. Oh wow. I wonder if that's who did the other one. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. Oh, oh, unavailable. Well, look, there's another Dachshund Doggy Angel. I didn't realize she did multiple versions of this. Oh, and it's unavailable. So I don't know where this is. Is she... She does a lot of Dachshunds, so that's another Dachshund. That would be a cool Dachshund one. That's got to be hers. No, I don't want to pull up Pinterest right now. Okay. Does she sell her stuff anywhere else, though? Her works are super funky and cool. Maybe they'll bring it back. That would be cool. Or maybe somebody else needs to sell her pieces. And so that's awesome. Oh, Nella just let you scratch her tummy for the first time. Oh, now that she's experienced it, hopefully it'll happen all the time. Good, good, good. Pour water in your head and you'll donate $300. That's okay, Lorenzo. I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. Very cool, very cool. All right. No worries, no worries. Cool. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome. Oh, brother. But yeah, if you know where she's, if she's not selling her pieces with Gecko Rouge, does she sell them anyplace else? Because, yeah, her stuff is really awesome, and it's incredibly colorful, which is the reason why I grabbed this one. Way back when. But I'd have to go and look and see if the Day of the... Ow! I poked myself. If the Day of the Dead couple actually did that as well. So, if she did that one as well. Aww. You're currently stitching Olympus Kit Otaru Canal. Souvenir piece for yourself. Well, that's cool. Very cool, Lumiana. Hey, Babs. Hey, yay, you made it to a live stream. That's awesome. Okay. You're not too sure. If anyone is able to find one, definitely let the group know. Totally, totally. Um, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Because it's really awesome stuff. Very awesome stuff. There we go. But yeah, very cool. But yeah, when I was just looking at her stuff, like every time I clicked on one of her pieces, it said it was unavailable, unavailable. So, not sure what happened there. But we'll dig into it and we'll find out. It'll be a mystery to solve. Very cool. Hubby's listening to something over there. So thankfully, Purple Sharon's not here yet, at least that I've seen. We've been semi-obsessed with this one video game, Farm Together, and I think I've finally broken my Farm Together habit. However, there's another game coming out sometime this year called Fix and Farm It, and it basically it's another like farming simulator thing, but you can farm and do stuff, but a lot of it is like fixing up equipment and whoop, I went too far there. Fixing up equipment and buying stuff at auctions and then selling stuff. It's just a different kind of game. And hubby pointed out to me and said he thinks that I should absolutely do it, and I probably will when the time comes. I try not to play too many video games. Actually, I don't hardly play any anymore, but that'll be a fun one to try, I think. Hold on. Where do I get my gridded fabric? Well, I grid myself, and so this is me gridding, and I grid with my handy dandy fine point Mark Begone that I get off of Amazon, or I used to get these from Michael's Craft Stores, and so but now I can get them off of Amazon. So these are just water soluble. You can just grid, and it takes care of it, but it washes off, but you know it's pretty easy. I'm just having a hard do that. So, but you can buy Easy Grid fabric from a lot of different online crafting stores, needlepoint stores. I get all my fabric from a stitching shop. So a stitchingshop.com is where I basically I call them and get all my stuff, or I email them actually and get all my stuff that way. So. Haven't played Stardew Valley. I feel like we'd really like it. I have played some. I've probably only put in about 10 hours of it. It was a little too minutia for me. Like the it was slow. Is that the word? I also don't like the what is it? The 16-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit. I don't like the look. And so my husband played a lot more of that game than I did. So I played some of it, and now I'm just like, meh, I think I missed my time to play a ton of that. Do I game? Yes, PC gaming and PlayStation. And although PlayStation I haven't played in a couple of years, to be honest with you, I have such a game backlog. I've been doing so much of the stitching stuff. One day I want to get back into it, and I've got like half a dozen games that I want to play. Borderlands 3, it's the last Tomb Raider one. There's a ton that I want to play. So, hey, Lori, got your coffee. Noise. Ellie Belly says, just kitted up a full coverage from Mystic Stitch called Heaven on Earth 2. Would love to be in the picture stitching. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Maya says, that's fair. It's super slow. Definitely takes a while to get into. So excited I finally got a Nintendo Switch, so I'll be bunkering down with Animal Crossing. Nice. That's the other thing, too, is that a Nintendo Switch would be pretty awesome. I'm going to use, well, I'll use the blue ones and see how they go. A switch would be pretty cool. I get really like obsessed with things, obviously. I mean, you guys have noticed that, but I'll get so into something that it'll be the only thing I do for days on end. So I try to not do too many different things right now because well, it's crazy. It's totally crazy. Heaven on Earth 2 from Mystic Stitch. Alright. Pull this up. Let's see what we get here. Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty. Check that out, guys. Nice. Here, maybe I can make it. I can't make it bigger. There's a lot of purple. I like the purple in it. It's like, what are those? No, I want to say magnolias, but that's not right. That is really gorgeous. Oh, you sent me pictures on Instagram Messenger? Okay. It doesn't always pop up that I have stuff on Instagram. Let me look here. That was a... Oh. It's not letting me... Oh, accept. There we go. It was being stupid. It didn't want me to see it. Oh! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Thank you. That is impressive. So you got the clean? How did you get involved with this? I really like that one. I really like the one of the anyway, the rest of you guys will see it later. Wisterias, that's right. Thank you, thank you. Animal Crossing, the time it is stolen. Oh, goodness. Sharon says, yeah, it is a constant struggle to find the perfect stitching gaming balance. It is. You love BL3. Oh, Borderlands 3, it's so much fun. I was obsessed with Borderlands 2, so that's my issue with it, is that I do not want to get caught playing like 5 hours a day. And, but at some point, I will have time, and I'll be able to do that. So, but yeah, I love those kinds of games. I really do. Yeah, thank you, Nanette. I'm gonna look into these. I'm gonna upload them on my computer and see what I can do with them. But thank you so much. Those are gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, absolutely, Babs. Absolutely. That's part of my what I want to do. I want to do um, I want to do a lot of different things. I want to experiment and just kind of see what I enjoy doing and what's fun stitching. But a lot of what I want to do is I don't want to always have to stitch the background, because I think that for myself, what I run into with my patterns, with all my full coverage patterns, is that I'm stitching the background so much that the foreground image, it takes so long to get to it. And so I feel like with the proper fabric, you can really enhance that picture without having to stitch everything. So definitely, and I'm trying to create, we talked about it in the last stream about like an ideal stitching size. And so I have a lot of different things that I'm doing. You guys want to see? Probably you do want to see. I'll have to take a picture and show you, because I don't know how to share my screen. Let me pull up. Let me see if I can pull up what I've done so far. And negative space. Are we talking about, let me make sure I'm talking about the same thing you are. So basically where, like if I'm doing, well, basically so you're not stitching in the sky. And so that's one of the things that I really like about Ronnie Rose stuff is that um, he basically is, what's the word? Does negative space a lot, where he almost like pixelate the pictures out from the center image and kind of pixelates them out. So it gives it a really cool look to it. But let me open up. I did an old baseball card. Um, so this is a small, this one is really small. This one's like 6 inches by 12 inches. Let me take a picture and then show you guys. And it looks good. I think this is the stitched view. So all right, hold on, let me come back here. So this is an old baseball card. And so as you see, it's like 6.5, and I don't remember if this is 14 count or 18 count, maybe 18 count, but it's 6.5 by like maybe 12. And it's an old, they used to do baseball card stamps instead of cards. They were actually stamps. And so I found this one, and I love the color, and the guy's eyes actually popped out a little bit for me. So I really liked all that. Uh-oh, Kim. Yes, please be safe. Do what you got to do, sister. Yeah, so I like that one, and it's not a ton of colors. It's I don't have the color list here, but I definitely I mean, the advantage of designing when you're a stitcher is you know kind of what would be the best thing to do. But that's one thing I did, and then let me see if I can find another project here. Let me see here. Some of these don't look as good as others, but this is a bigger one. So this is a bigger one, and I'm still fiddling around with it a little bit. I didn't want to have like a ton of pictures on it. This is more of a Christmas design. But this is more of the vintage look that I like. And for whatever reason, whenever I take a picture of this on my computer, it turns it into a like you can see all this other stuff in there. But that one is a little bit bigger. It's like 22 by 14 or so, and I think that's on 14 or 18 count. Obviously, you can choose whatever you want to. Actually, no, that's not the final version because I actually took the red out. So I have this, but I took the red border out, so you don't have to stitch the red border, because you can put that in with matting if you want to, but don't waste your time stitching it. So I actually took the border out on another one, so it's actually even smaller than that, but the detail I think came out a little bit better. I'm using Wind Stitch to do it. Hey, Lady Miss, what is up? Size your regular patterns with full coverage, meaning background like the ones with no background, and you start seeing objects sooner than later. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, man, X-Ray, your dad in Iowa just messaged you, and there's no word about when you will have power. It's been 11 days. Man, I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable in this day and age that you can be without power for that long. I'm flabbergasted. I really am. I really am. That's ridiculous. Let's see, what else do I have? So I have those two. Those two are for sure, like, I think done. And let me see if I can find another one here. Gotta make sure that I grab the right one. There's a bigger one that I'm working on, and this one actually came out pretty well. I'm using a lot of colors for it. I think I used like 80 colors for it, and it's 22 by 20. I'm really trying to focus on not making gigantic pieces for folks, but I think you guys will really like this one. This is the kind of picture that if I wasn't designing it, I'd probably be stitching it. Another vintage piece. So the Mendelssohn Quintet Quintet Club of Boston. And this is the stitched view. So this is actually what it would look like when you stitch it. And so that one, I'm really happy with how that one came out. And so you get really bored with your full coverage in the beginning. Exactly, exactly. So yeah, so I figured you guys would like that one. So I'm just trying not to create massive ones, but so I got that one, and then what else do I got? I'm kind of glad I'm showing you guys these because I've been really nervous about showing what I'm working on, because it's one thing. I don't know. My husband says it's not. It's one thing to do videos and come out and just talk to you guys. It's another thing to create something and be like, do you guys like it? I don't know. It's something new, so it's always a little scary. Okay, now I don't know how well this one's going to come across. This is one I was working on a couple nights ago, and I don't know if this will be the final view of it or not. I'm going to do this one in portrait form. I just thought this was absolutely adorable. And paintings really, and these are all public domain photos or paintings and things, so they're all copyright. There's no copyright issues with anything. But I'm calling this one, this is Little Girl. And there's that one. And so this one is definitely like I couldn't even tell you exactly what art form it is, but I finally got the photo just right, because when you're using WinStitch, you can pick like the different like threads you want to use, and it took me a while to get the right color of her hair with the flowers so that I actually look good. But so she's just holding up like her dress, and it's got a big old hole in it. She's looking through it, so it's super cute. Hey, Cheesy. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Cheesy. You left a comment on my video yesterday about pattern suggestions. You would love to see a silly cute picture of a red wire hair dachshund. That's awesome. You're mapping a pattern, going to do some stitching after? Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, I love this one too. I mean, not everything looks good as a cross stitch, and that's the crazy one. You love the suit colors in that pattern? I do too, in that quintet pattern. I was really happy when I finally got the right mix of colors, and that took a while to get that. That probably, I mean, when I say a while, I mean that was probably a couple of hours of experimenting, and for one pattern. And so, but I still need to print them out. I need to see how they look. But let me go back. Hold on. Let me see what else I got here. What else? And then, oh yeah, I wanted to do a Van Gogh. Is it a Van Gogh? Yeah, I think it's a is it a Van Gogh? It's one that I haven't really seen around cross stitch very much, and you guys can tell me if it's something that you have seen. I just love the color arrangement in it, and like I said, I don't want to do something that everybody else is doing, because you guys can just get that from somebody else. I don't want to step on toes, but I want to say this is Van Gogh, but it's the Postman, and so. And it's just his specific style with the way he sort of blends all his colors and stuff. I don't know how good that actually looks. I may not do that one. But that one took quite a while to try to figure out how it was supposed to go. Will they work in Pattern Keeper? They should if it's in PDF format. I need to reach out to Pattern Keeper and see how it is they do, but from what I understand, if you're using PDFs, you should be able to scan them in and do that. So we should be able. You love this one, awesome. Where am I here? I'm messing this up. I have a friend that takes beautiful photos, and he told me I could make cross stitch out of any of them, but I don't know what software to use. WinStitch. WinStitch would be the way to go. And they have a tutorial. Well, they have tutorials, but they also have a demo version. So you can play around with the demo version. They just won't allow you to export and then print, but you can play around with them and see what you think. Oh, that's awesome, X-Ray. Thank you so much. Thanks, Cheesy. Yeah, the girl peeking is so cute. Yeah. Um, Needlebug, you used Max Stitch and found the girls in my Stitchers retreat as individual pictures and charted them. Oh, they've been working PK. That's awesome. I think if it's a PDF, it should work just fine. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Needlebug's been quiet. Is Needlebug stitching? Karen, are you stitching? Um, so yeah, guys. So those are my initial forays into it, and I'm working on getting my blog readjusted so that I can start doing that. And then yeah, there's a font that you need to reset, and then they work. Cool. Eventually, I do want to try some things with fonts. I just like experimenting with a lot of different things, so I'll probably do some crazy font type things at some point. Uh, but anyway, yes, Mac Stitch is the Mac version of WinStitch. Yeah, so um, that is the thing. And so, but yeah. So yeah, if you export it as a PDF, it literally should come out the way that these come out. And I need to just print mine out to see what they look like. But even with Reaper and whatnot, like there are all kinds of things that you can do with them. But it should come out, and I want to make them so that there's not, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've experimented with actually only having like 40 stitches in a page across, and so that the stuff is a little bigger. I don't know. I'm experimenting, but I need to get my printer hooked up finally so that I can actually see what they truly look like. But man, I'm glad you guys like those. That kind of gives me a lot of support and confidence to like jump in. You send even more pictures of oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Nanette. Thank you. That's awesome. That's truly awesome. Oh yeah, Max Stitch, you're totally cool. Send you a message and you will show me, Grasshopper. Thank you, Sensei. And that is awesome. Oh wait, are you talking to me or are you talking to the other person who was wanting to know? And so I'm getting lessons. And so on oh, you have Nala with you outside? Okay, good. Please be safe, Kim. I hope it's a false alarm. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, the fire trucks are there now? Oh, man. Doesn't sound like a false alarm then. Oh, boy. How is Nala doing? Is she like totally hanging out and being cool about it? Cause that's one heck of a cat. If she's like, yep, just no big me? Oh, thank you so much. That is awesome. Um, I need to send you. Yeah, I'll send you a message. How do I send you a message on here or send you a message through YouTube? La di da di da di da di da. La di da. La di da. So much for the stitching. I still got 1,000 push-ups and sit-ups to do. That's a combination of 1,000, if I recall. Probably needs to be, well, I don't know if I should do 500 each, because the old neck may not like that. But I will do them. I'll do them by Sunday, and then I won't be able to sit up because I'll be so sore. She went in her care easy, but now she's antsy. Yeah, she's probably like, I'm outside. What am I doing outside? And so, oh, stretchy, stretchy. YouTube. Gotcha. Now I have two glasses on. It's double magnification. Is it? Let me see. They both kind of look the same. All right. Yay. Hooray. Oh, it's warming up in the old house here. I should just stop right here. Stop right here. Where did my scissors go? Hello, scissors. Where'd you go? Seriously. Scissors. I've been throwing stuff around, moving stuff around, and then I lost my scissors. What the heck? Oh, seriously, there's like a little something something that comes running around and steals my stuff. Oh, there they are. So easy. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write that down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh man, fire trucks. Whew. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. I probably should not let this be as long as it was, because that's what caused my snag in the first place. I'm trying to think if there's any other crazy stories. Oh, I will tell you guys this. So if you guys, did you guys read in the news about, I don't know, some of you guys know and or may not know that I was raised in Georgia, and I don't have a Southern accent most of the time. I would if you had a Southern accent. My accent would come out. But so my mom is still living in Georgia, and and my brother is too. And so that last week when it made the news about how the schools in that one county in Georgia that they opened up and then they ended up having to close down because of the cases and the quarantines and whatnot. That first school that had to do that in Cherokee County was actually the high school that I went to. And I was just like, crazy. And it's sad because they had done such a great job in managing cases. They had only had like maybe 2,000 cases in the first, like since the beginning of this, up until August 1st, they had only had 2,000 cases, which is absolutely amazing. But since August 1st, they've had another, at least now over 1,000 cases because everybody went back to school and they aren't wearing masks. And so it's kind of crazy. I actually talked to, there was a person that came by my work yesterday, and she just moved a few weeks ago, moved from Georgia. She lived in the Atlanta area, and she said it's so dramatic, the change in where she came from and where she is now. She's like, back in Georgia, like nobody's wearing masks. Everybody goes around and just does their stuff, and they're not doing anything. And then out here, like in Colorado, basically like almost everybody wears masks, and certainly inside stores and stuff, everybody's wearing a mask. But she's like, yeah, and people just do it, and they just don't, it's not a big thing. And she's just like, it's completely different attitude, and so I just hope that my mom stays safe, my brother stays safe, my friends that are still there are safe. But stuff happens. Stuff happens. My chat is not moving. There's Sharon. Your numbers have been steadily going up since July 4th. The university where you work starts classes next Monday, and move-in is this week. I'm expecting huge jumps over the next month. Yeah. Yeah, X-ray. Your schools are on a hybrid schedule. Go Tuesday, Thursday, and have e-learning the rest of the week. That's how they're doing it here in Colorado too. And it's a very weird, like I have several parents that work for me, and their kids are all on different schedules. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. But whatever works, whatever works. But anyway, I was like, yeah, way to make the news, gang, for that reason. And then there are two other schools that closed in that same county, and they're both like literally when I was a kid many years ago. That first high school was the closest high school, and it was about a 20-minute drive or so. Um, Now the county's grown so much, there's actually two other high schools that are now between where my mom lives, where I grew up, and that first high school. And those other two schools have also closed down because of cases. So time for DoorDash, Becca. I love DoorDash. I haven't used DoorDash in quite a while, though. Mara says you're expecting huge jump in calls for the third wave. Yeah. Nanette says mandatory mask all the time. If you leave the house, you have to have a mask on. That's good. That's good. X-ray, your hospital's still seeing quite a few cases. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, and it's really weird in my area, like with my clients. I have a lot of older clients, but I just know a lot of people, and I've probably had a half a dozen people that I know that have passed away in the last like 6 months. Some of them were likely from COVID, but just never got a positive test. But it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Your sis has a first grader, sixth grader, and sophomore all on a weird schedule. That's got to be crazy to juggle all that. It's a good challenge for our kids, though. I think just in terms of it'll be something they'll talk about their whole lives, but hopefully it's something that will help them mature. Concerned about the accuracy of the testing? I had false negatives or false positives. False negatives for sure. I was looking at our local testing sources, and they've been here in Colorado, and they've actually all converted over the PCR test, which I think will be more sensitive and specific. Hard to say. They were talking about how that you can be positive. You can have a positive test for weeks because the virus can stay in your body for a while, but you're not necessarily infectious. I don't know. It's hard to say. False negatives, yeah. I think if they're doing the non-PCR test, the one where they, yeah. Now the PCR test has got to be the one to do. Neilbug, my daughter's not sending her kids to school, doing an online class with the teacher. She's taking a year leave of absence from her teaching position. That's a good idea, honestly. It's a really good idea. We're keeping an eye out on case numbers here. We've been incredibly fortunate in the county that I live in. I mean, we have 350,000 people in our county, and we've had less than 2,000 cases. Well, maybe we're right at 2,000 cases now. But some people are like, well, we're healthier and we're spread apart more, and maybe it already came through, and I'm like, we may have thought it came through, but we didn't have the deaths back in January, February, when a lot of people were getting sick from something. But we didn't have the deaths, and so I don't think that's what it was. So I'm still thinking that when the wintertime comes along, we'll see a big spike. But we're preparing. We're trying to prepare for and keeping our eyes open for that, to keep people healthy and safe. Because I mean, my responsibility is not only to employees but to clients and just anybody who comes by. So it's crazy. A family where the mom, a professor on campus, is teaching all her classes online, and they made the decision to homeschool their kids. Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen. Kim says they say it's okay to go back inside, but they're still there. You gonna go back inside? Was it a false alarm or just a little fire? Yeah, see, that's the thing though, Needlebug. Will we have a flu season? Because I think that where they're not wearing masks, they absolutely will have a bad flu season. It will be really bad there. But places that are wearing masks, will we even have much of a flu season? This could be incredibly insightful in terms of finding ways to minimize illnesses like that. If we literally wore a mask around everywhere we went when we left the house, would we get sick a lot less? Because like my husband and I are talking, like since this whole thing started and we started wearing masks, like we haven't been sick. Like I haven't had a summer cold, haven't been sick at all. So yeah, X-ray says, please get a flu shot this year if you can. The winter spring could be very dangerous. Absolutely. You're back in because it's too hot outside, Kim? Yeah. Val says, my son who works as a college residence hall director is in the midst of students coming back to campus, but he honestly doesn't know how long they'll be able to remain. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Oh, man. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, it's going to be, I just watched this statistics for my county all the time. So, because like we're not going to see, because school started up on Monday, so we're not going to see really a bump in positives. If we're going to see it, we're not going to see it until like next Monday or Tuesday probably. But we've been watching out for them. It's quite possible, especially if you're older like me and you get that flu shot. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting because it'll be one of those things where, you know, I don't know. It could be very interesting. Hey, Babs, you're in oncology nurse. Oh, that's cool. And I was saying I do hope some of these safety measures continue after COVID. There are so many people in the community that are always at risk, and it would help them. I 100% agree. I think that's, especially around here, I think the stigma of wearing a mask has gone away. I had, I remember how jarring it was when you first started seeing people come around in masks, and you're like, "Whoa, what's wrong with that person?" And now that it's such a common thing, I think a lot of people wear masks from now on going out and about. Um, it would also be nice to see, like, actually, I need to do that too. Putting like hand sanitizer dispensers and like out where people can use them all the time. I was actually at my doctor's. I had to go in. I have to go see, like, do my annual checkup like next Thursday, and I had to go in to get blood work done on Monday this week, and I went in, and we were all, everybody was super safe and spread out, and they were actually trying to do a lot of their. It looked like they were doing a lot of their calls virtually because there wasn't a lot of appointments coming through. It was just all of us coming through for blood work, but when I went to leave, they had like a sanitary thing, whatever dispenser thing didn't work, or I couldn't figure out how to use it, and thankfully somebody else who was sitting down was like, I've got some, and gave it to me. But I'm like, come on, doc, get your act together. Kim says, last time they went off, there was smoke in the halls, and you had to wait for the firemen to take me down in the elevator. Oh my goodness. Dude, that's so rough. Yeah, we'll figure stuff out. There'll be cool things that will come down the road, that I hope will be even more effective than what we're currently doing. With all the technology we have nowadays, I think we can definitely do better than how we do things right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Had to get new sanitizer dispensers at work. Had them up on the walls for years. Can't really use them if the refills are no longer made for that model. Exactly. I've got to put some up for mine. We've got some to put up, but the uh, what's the word? I made them so that they were kind of universal, so we can put anything in there. Just pour it in there and use it that way. There you go, Val. You don't mind wearing a mask. If the health professionals have to wear them for an entire shift, you can manage an hour at the grocery store. Exactly. Exactly. And you get used to it. I mean, I, have to wear mine like all the time at work too. And I literally just walk around with it on all the time now, and I've gotten really used to it. And although I do think we're going to have a generation of people whose ears are like pulled out a little bit, if their masks are a bit tight and you can see their ears are pulled forward, we're gonna all look like that. But that's fine with me. Well, that's good, Kim. Was it hard to find sanitizer? Yes, it has been hard. Actually, that may be why I haven't put them up yet, because I haven't been able to find like a big gallon of just regular sanitizer. I think that's why they didn't go up. I have so many things that have happened. I bought them back at the very beginning of everything, and then we went to we have wipes actually. Like we were actually able to find some, like they're not Clorox wipes, but or Lysol wipes, but they're similar, and it's a veterinary brand, so we're able to source them from our local distributor, and so we use those nowadays, and we're constantly cleaning and doing stuff, but I mean, at the moment you start to see that there's a surge, then we're going back to curbside, and so um, we just have too many elderly clients to put them at risk by bringing them inside. So, but right now we can do it. You had to wear when you worked in a compounding pharmacy. You wear glasses and you have asthma, but you survived, so people can too. Yep, 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 yep. Hospital trick: wear a hat and sew buttons on the side and put the mask strings around the buttons and not your ears. Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. Um, totally, totally. I've seen that. I just can't wear. I just don't wear a hat. Like I'm walking around. I want people to be able to somewhat recognize me when I go in. Um, it's been a little difficult. It's funny though. It's like sometimes I don't recognize people because I just see their eyes, and there've been a few times where it's been funny because I'll have people show up and I'll be like, I see them, and then I also see like their parents, or I see their kids. They come in as clients as well, and I'm like, I never noticed how much you look like your daughter or your mother in your eyes, and it's pretty funny nowadays. But you made masks that tie for your son and his fiance. They both find them more comfortable. Whatever works. When you're at work, X-ray says, when I'm at work, I wear the mask that tie. I did get contacts again. It was a hassle taking off your glasses all the time to change your mask. I get you. I get you. Sharon says, you're supposed to get a bunch of sanitizer. If another campus in our system wasn't making it, I don't think you'd be able to get any. Yeah, so hard right now. I mean, so difficult to get those. I brought something else up. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I was able to source a lot of masks from outside my normal distributor. Wasn't able to get them through my normal channels, but I bought them off at Amazon basically, and they're very similar to uh, normal masks. Not normal masks. They're very similar to the mask that we use, but we have plenty for the rest of the year, thankfully. Um, but I got thicker cloth masks for everybody that were a lot more comfortable at the very beginning, and so that's what my staff wears and wash them periodically and whatnot. But however we can make people safe, it's all about safety. Safety, safety, safety. Da, 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 da. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ba, ba, ba. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whew, it's a little stuffy in this room. I should probably, when I'm done, I'm going to stay up here for the rest of the day, I think, and work on stuff. But I need to get a fan going. It's been a little tough. We've had the fan running at night, but with the smoke in the air, I think it's been irritating our throats a little bit. And so we've been a little sneezy, a little rough voiced for a little bit, but that's the smoke. You can smell it. Sunday, I think, was really bad. We went outside. It was like, whoa. It's like, who's barbecuing? It is so smoky. Smokey the Bear smoky. And it still doesn't look like we're going to get much, if we're barely going to get any honey this year. Just so dry. So incredibly dry. Unbelievably dry. So it is what it is. But that's okay. Oh, my husband is so excited. He's got his stained glass class this weekend. And you just stuff the bottom of your door because you smell it. Oh, man, I can't even imagine out there. He's so excited about his stained glass class. He has been watching videos and he's been reading, and he's even looking like on Etsy to see like what people do in terms of projects and stuff. And so I really would love it if he like really enjoyed doing the stained glass, because he wants to do things. He just finds it, he loves the bees, but he needs another hobby besides the bees, something he can do all the time. So I'm really hoping this is going to be like the thing for him, because it's awesome looking. So he'll really enjoy it. Needlebug says, I get so frustrated here because of non-compliance. So many are refusing to say mass, saying it violates their rights. Plus, this is Amish country, and they believe that God will protect them. I think God wants them to be safe. I would think so. Yeah. Violates their rights. Oh, man. I don't, it's just selfishness. And so people don't like being told what to do. Yeah. Yeah. People don't like being told what to do. Anyway. But yeah, I know what you're saying. That's the issue in Georgia. That's the issue in Georgia. So, yeah, the stained glass. So there's all these different types of styles of stained glass that you can do. And there are a lot of different ways that you can do it. And so Mark, my husband, he's just been experimenting, but it's like a 4-hour class or something that he's doing on Saturday. So he's really excited, and I'm really excited for him. So I really hope this is going to be a super fun thing for him to do. And it kind of fits right now with, we've been talking a lot about designing, with designs of cross stitch and stuff. And so he's been looking at how stained glass is designed. And I don't know, it's just really, really cool. Well, that's good. Is Nala doing okay, Malcolm? She got her treats and she's feeling? Now I need to get hubby to do videos about his glassworks. That would be nice, but hubby is too shy to do that. And so I couldn't, we tried to do the B channel, and we could have really done the B channel for a bit, but he just didn't want to do the videos. He didn't want to be on camera, even though he does a great job explaining things. And he has a great voice. But he didn't want to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. But you know, I'll have to show some of his works at some point once he kind of gets some stuff done. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for him. I'm really excited for him. Wee. Wee. 2, 3, 4. There's that. Awesome. So we'll probably go for like another 15-30 minutes or so for the stitching. And then I'll probably want to, my voice is getting a little raw from the, I don't know if I can smell it. It just doesn't feel right, you know. It's like a little scratchy, and it's just been bad every day. Like at night, like the mornings, the sunrises and the sunsets are so orange because of all this stuff in the air. It's really crazy right now. Hot cocoa for you. Nice. Just show his working. He can stay off camera and just talk. Yeah, I know. He's like, he's so shy. I would really like for him to. Let's just say that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What's up, boo? Birds are probably like, give me more food. I haven't uncovered them yet this morning because you guys know what happens when they get uncovered. They go crazy. All right. What's that? Oh, did I not cut that? Because I didn't cut that. I should probably clean the filters on the fan that I use that blows from the outside to in because of all the smoke. It's probably a good idea. I cleaned them like a week ago. I should clean them again. I think staying on top of that will be good right now. Let me see here. Highlight. Da, 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 da. There we go. Bah, that hair in my mouth. Ah. Bah. It's probably the cat. I gotta double check something. I got groceries coming. Groceries ought to be outside. Do I have anything that? I'll have to. Yeah, probably. I'll give myself another 10 minutes, and I'll probably go check to see if the groceries are outside. Oh, great! Needlebug's gonna be back to streaming next week. Your laptop is repaired and should be back any day now. Yay! That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, he could make small glass minders to match my patterns. That's a really great idea, Nanette. So we're talking like the tiny little like needle minder type things. That would be really cool. That's awesome that Needlebug's going to be streaming. Yay! Back. It'd be very cool. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. All right, and probably one more strand, and then we'll call it a good cross stitch time. And then I'm going to work on this bottom corner outside of the stream. All right. Got some other stuff up here that's getting in the way. Getting in the way. There's that. That is very cool. Are you going to go back to, you were streaming before on Mondays. What's your normal streaming schedule, Needlebug? Yay. If he does that, you can write off all of his materials and classes on taxes. That is very true. We could definitely make it part of our design, Stitching Jules designs or something like that. That would be awesome. Would be very smart. Nice. For the record, you love Nanette's idea of stained glass needle miners. That actually, I gotta talk to him about that. I think he would think that's awesome. You're gonna try Tuesday and Friday around 11 a.m. Eastern time. Cool. Nice. Very awesome. I will mention it to him when I'm done with the stream. He's next door working, and so I think he'll like that idea too. Ah, as my hand, as my elbow slips off. Oh, it definitely doesn't conflict with me. I mean, I'm Thursday, Sunday, and right now I can't see that changing. So no, I'm at work Tuesday and Friday, so that doesn't bother me at all. And I don't think Sharon streams that early, so I think she normally does like early afternoon Eastern Standard Time or mid-afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So I think she'll be just fine with that. Ah. Well, I am making some progress here. Ah, my elbow. I am sitting in a way that my elbow keeps falling off the side of the table here. You trying to relax? Yep. Deep breathing. Deep breathing. Do 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 do. I like this group of folks that are here every stream. You guys are cool. It's so relaxing. Just chill. The dark blue patch looks like a cat. It does, doesn't it? I just need to put little whiskers out there and a little bit more there. That's funny. The cat is in the middle. Maybe that's ironic. Maybe they did that on purpose. Ah. Cat with a hole. Ow! Just poked myself. It's what I get. It's what I get. Nice and chill. Nice and chill. Not a hole, a white patch. There you go. That's funny. Yeah, you see it? Looks like a kitty. Here's his little tail coming down here. That's so funny. Alright, we're going to finish up here. And I gotta go downstairs. I'm pretty confident I have groceries sitting on the front porch, so I gotta go grab them. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today. It's awesome. As usual, you guys have given me some amazing ideas. And I'm going to talk to my husband here in a minute about the whole stained glass idea. And I'll let you guys know on the next stream what he said. And by then, he'll have taken the class, so we'll see how he feels about it. And we'll go from there. There we go. Bink. Bink, bink. It's like sitting on a ledge, and then the tail is kind of coming down a little bit. That's funny. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a couple hours of fun stitching. I did get some done. Of course, never as much as I always think I'm going to get done, but we're all good. So, honey, they think that you should do stained glass needle minders. No. So those little needle minders, yeah. Oh, 1700. There we go. There you go. But yeah, so like little bitty ones. Yeah. They're very excited to see what you do with stained glass.
So am I.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Needlebug, I'll totally reach out to you. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Sunday. And everybody stay safe and wear your masks. And we'll see you guys soon, okay? Take care. And let me find my disconnect here. There we go. Bye, guys. See you. Take care.